I'll be a man on the run. If looks could kill, you'd be the smoking gun. Can I have your number, cause I lost mine? Have we met before? It's not a pickup line. And do ya have a license to drive me this crazy? Back it up, back it up, back it up, baby. I've got a black belt and a PhD in licking. If I were tequila, would you take a shot? Someone call a fireman cause you are smoking. I wanna be a that bee in your MP3 player. Remember the name, you'll be screaming it later. You got something on your booty, oh it's my eyes. Are you a lieutenant, cause you're making my private rise. Have your number cause I lost mine. Have we met before? It's not a pickup line. And do you have a license to drive me this crazy? Back it up, back it up, back it up, baby. I go over anything like ranch. Facts. Think I want a yacht and a ranch. Yes. Hit the boulevard and hit my dance. Everybody wanna be a boss, but they can't. But they motherfucking can't. I go over anything like ranch. Had to tell my old hoes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting week of Show and Tell Live. We have a lot of great content this week, but we're ready to get back to our main stage show and do some improv with all of you here. So thank you for joining us. Hi, streamer. Hi, Youngster Jazz. Thanks for being here. Thanks everyone else for being here as well. Without further ado, let's go into it and do some improv. First up, we have Man of the Hour, Alex.
Some people call me the Man of the Day or the Man of the Week too.
Next up, we have
That's all I got.
Next up, we have the Millennial Man himself, Max.
Whoa! I've never been called the man of anything.
Immediately froze the minute we called him. Not only is he the Millennial Man, so is his internet connection. Next up, we have, let's see, I should always think of more than two of these when I start a bit, huh? That's improv, baby. Next up, we have the Man Before Time, and that is Dan. Well, thanks for being here until your contract runs out. And then lastly, we have the man too good for time itself, and that is Steve.
I exist as a concept outside of reality.
Steve and rats, they're both concepts. We have got...
rats.
So we're rats.
Oh, you said rats. I thought you said Max. I thought you said Max was also a concept.
I mean, we're all concepts when we really boil it down to our...
Simulation theory. Look it up. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Can I be honest?
Oh,
That
no.
was intentional.
Introduce yourself again,
Can
Dan.
I be honest, guys?
Oh, wait. I forgot. I'm doing a new bit on my end.
There we go. Easy mode. Oh, hello. Sorry, my agent made sure that I didn't sell my voice out, so I made sure that I was silent.
Also, you guys don't know this, but I'm doing a bit on our end where every time Max's screen freezes, I take a screenshot of it. I'm going to make a big collage of that. so far, we're up to 4.
Can I be honest, guys? My my internet is chugging. It's not doing too great. So, Dom, you're gonna have a big collage real quick.
A real plethora
yikes.
of things. Fifth Dimension Dan is loud and clear. Well said.
Heyo.
Enough futzing around, though. Let's go ahead and get into some improv. We're going to go with what's probably my favorite game of all time ever invented, and that is Comment Thread. So this is the game in the brain, if you know what we're talking about here. What we're going to need is simple words that we can rhyme off of. Let's keep them one syllable. Things like box or love, things like that. Something nice and simple. Don't worry about how many rhymes there are for the word. We'll have to do that. That's our job. Absolutely. So go ahead and start spamming those now. Go ahead and get into it.
All right, let's get into the brain. Oh, there.
Whoa,
Whoa.
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
Oh, man.
I'm thinking of that thing you do to understand a book.
Oh, you're thinking of read.
Right.
I'm thinking of that when you try to take someone somewhere.
Oh, no. You're thinking of lead. I'm thinking of not when you want something, but when it's sort of essential for you to have it.
Oh, you're thinking of need. I'm thinking of...
Oh, Dom, you skipped 2 of us.
I'm sorry, I zoned out really hard. I'll just be out.
Oh my god, Dom.
I zoned out real hard, I'm sorry.
What was that? Oh.
I don't know. I was looking... So here's the problem. I'm looking at the order we're in our Zoom call, which is completely different than the order on the brain. That was my bad.
Jesus Christ. All right, Steve, you're in charge.
It wasn't me this time.
Oh my god. Don't give him 100 bits for that. God damn it.
Thank you, Macaroni and Brie.
Crab, I was playing Civ before this, so you're not wrong.
We only stream
Alright.
4 hours a week. You can't pay attention for those 4 hours. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
All right.
ahead.
Man. I'm thinking of that thing that you wear on your chest.
Oh, you're thinking of a shirt. I'm thinking of that thing that worms live in and that plants grow in as well.
Did he freeze?
It doesn't look like he's frozen. Say something, Max.
Speak to me, Max! Speak to me!
Max, speak to us.
Max! I can't hear him at all.
You got nothing.
He's not muted.
Oh no.
All right, is he out? I don't know.
This game's falling apart. What if we hard reset? What if we just hard reset?
Oh wait, hold on. All right, let me go back to the pre-roll real
Yeah,
quick.
play the intro. Play the intro and that.
And then, all right. Now we're back. Wow, look at us.
Oh, hey!
Oh!
Welcome to Show It to Live. We do comedy improv.
All right, let's go back in that brain.
Back in the brain.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm still grayscale. Can I be ungrayscale?
Oh,
Why are you
fine. Yeah, yeah.
grayscale?
You can-
What is happening?
I put it on because he got eliminated. I'll ungrayscale.
Oh, okay.
Jeez Louise.
First try.
Before we start, Max, say something.
Max.
Well, that is a good screenshot, though, so I'm going to take that one while we're waiting.
Yeah, that is a good one. For those of you at home, you can also play along.
Yeah.
I
Whoever can-
believe, is Max in the occipital lobe, or is that the part that I'm in?
That's the optical lobe. I just had to make it a lot bigger because he would have been in a really small area.
You mean Max?
Yeah, Max. You're in the cerebellum, I
occipital.
believe.
Mine's, yeah. Mine's the cerebral cortex, I think, right? Or
One of
cerebellum.
those.
Yeah, cerebellum sounds
Who
right.
A
knows?
lizard brain.
Yeah, so Max is the occipital lobe. So we're blind.
God.
Yeah. 5 minus 1 people. What does that
Scooby-Doo
add up
started
to,
The
everybody?
drinking game.
Wait, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Max back.
Okay, we got it. We
All
got
right. Cool.
Hooray!
Alright,
Hard
Jeez.
reset. More words.
Okay,
More
let's try
simple
this again.
words.
Oh,
First
We're
time.
usually good at this game.
I'll pay attention. I'm going to minimize the Zoom chat, so I can't even look at it.
I can't believe you did that. I can't
I
believe
know.
you've done this.
I can't believe I've done it either.
All right, let's go. Let's do
All
this.
right.
We got this.
it. Okay, I'm so ready.
I forget how English works. I'm thinking of the spirit that haunts things.
Oh, you're thinking of a ghost.
Right,
I'm
right.
thinking when you got more of something than everybody else.
Oh, no, you're thinking of most. I'm thinking of what happens when you put bread into a little thing and then you put fire around it. And
No.
breakfast.
You're thinking of toast. I'm thinking of the way to cook like a glazed ham in the oven.
No. You're thinking of roast. I'm thinking of that thing that you do when you're trying to show off.
No. You're thinking of boast. I'm thinking of the sand that kind of outlines a country.
Oh, no. Oh, sorry.
No. You're thinking of coast.
Hmm.
Now, I'm thinking of the kind of mail that doesn't come on Sunday.
Oh, no. You're thinking of post. I'm thinking of the... I got nothing. God damn.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I was running out too.
I was so focused on like I know I have post lined up. I'm like
Yeah.
I gotta just get it out.
That's exactly where I
So-
was for boast, and I was like, okay, after B is C. C is coast.
I went last in the first cycle, every single one was the one that I was thinking of.
All right.
Oh my god!
All right,
It's
let's
no.
let's get the next one rolling.
Right. Next one rolling. Let's get okay. I'm thinking of the adult beverage that's made with grapes.
Oh, you're thinking of wine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of that thing that grapes grow on.
No. You're thinking of vine. I'm thinking of a kind of tree that has needles.
No, you're thinking of pine. I'm thinking of that thing that is like it goes between 2 points.
No, you're thinking of a line. I'm thinking of that thing when it isn't yours.
You're thinking of mine.
Oh, right.
I'm thinking of that kind of stringy material that's made out of brown stuff.
No. You're thinking of. Ooh, I do not know.
Oh, he was thinking of twine.
Oh, time.
Get out of here.
Ooh, I'm on a roll tonight.
I'm dead.
I went from getting out first every time. Look at me.
Final three.
Look at that.
Look
Getting
at
the
you now.
bronze or better.
He podiumed.
He did podium. I'm thinking of that sound that clocks make that isn't talk.
Oh, you're thinking of tick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of that thing that only men have.
Well, you're thinking of that naughty word, dick. I'm thinking of that thing that you do to ice cream.
No, you're thinking of lick. I'm thinking of the material you use to build walls.
Oh, you're thinking of brick.
All right.
I'm thinking of that guy's name of the really smart scientist.
No, you're thinking of also Dick?
Rick.
Rick.
I think he means
What?
Rick from Rick and Morty.
Oh my god.
That was a little bit of a weak suggestion.
It was
That was a
weak.
very weak suggestion.
I
but
mean, I
whatever.
got it.
Well,
Get it.
it's fine.
All right.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't agree, but it's fine.
All right,
Thanks,
down
let's
to the
figure
final
it
Harder
two.
as we go along.
Dom versus
That's not- no.
Steve.
I'm thinking of that thing in your bathroom that you weigh yourself on.
Oh, you're thinking of scale.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of the kind of post that doesn't come on Sundays.
You're thinking of mail. I'm thinking of that appendage that grows out of the back of animals that aren't us.
Oh, you're thinking of a tail.
Oh,
I'm
right.
thinking of like a small bucket.
No, you're thinking of a pail. I'm thinking of that shelled slug creature.
Oh, you're thinking of a snail.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of the largest creature known on Earth.
No, you're thinking of a whale. I'm thinking of the weather condition that causes untold damage.
Oh, you're thinking of hail.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of that medieval weapon with a ball on a chain.
No, you're thinking of a flail. I'm thinking of the language that the blind use.
Oh, you're thinking of Braille.
Right.
I'm thinking about that thing that banshees do over dead people.
No, you're thinking of whale. I'm thinking of the thing people do when they stab you with a sword.
Oh, you're thinking, I don't know.
Impale.
Oh,
Started from the bottom, now I'm here, baby.
Very nice.
Probably should have been out for doing whale twice. I didn't even realize it
We
until
didn't.
after.
We didn't discuss the homophone rule, so.
Well, you did. And here's the thing. It's only a homophone with certain accents. Because if you hard pronounce the I in whale like
You
banshee,
never, Alex, you can't hard pronounce banshee. You have to earn that.
Hitting us with another resub. Boom.
Thank you.
Eight months,
I can't believe you've been here for 8 months. Uh-oh.
All right, let's
8
get
months.
back here.
I can't believe we've been here for 8 months, to be honest.
All right, let us not be black and white anymore.
For those of you that have seen, our Jeopardy stream that we did last time, I made some merch from it. This was inspired by a quote from Macaroni and Brie after a particularly challenging geometry question we had to go through.
But who would put geometry on a Jeopardy
On
board?
Jeopardy!
That just seems unfair.
It seems way too brutal.
Dan, we're still black, the three of you, Steve, and Max. are
I'm
still
working
black.
on it. You gotta give me
losers.
time.
Okay.
Give me time.
I'm just wondering why Steve and Dom were the last two, but I'm colored. And Steve
Excuse
is
me,
black.
you don't know the intricate maze I've set up for myself on this back end.
So for those of you who aren't in our Discord or didn't hear the news, Dan was on the cover of Time magazine this week.
This is true. Yeah, it came out today.
This is not a bit.
This is not a bit.
No,
Dan, even though he's good at Photoshop, didn't Photoshop himself on Time
This is
magazine.
the bit reveal party. It's actually all fake. None of it's
it's not.
real.
Thanks, Mac and Bree, for the bits.
Thank you for the
Thanks
bit.
for starting a
Thank
hype
you.
train.
I know
Yeah.
it's. I'm still just waiting for that one comment on social media that's like, that guy looks like a dumbass, so that way I know it's real. Like no one, I haven't seen anyone cyberbully me yet, and I'm waiting.
Well, that's like
I've been checking back at the Twitter post again and again to see if anyone is cyberbullying you, just so I can screen cap it and send it to you.
Yeah, that's all I want. That's all I've asked for Christmas.
so far the most bullying you've received is from Crabstar on our Discord.
Yeah. Oh man.
And he, of course,
YJ
Crabstar gets a sub for that.
To the sub, thank you so much, YJ.
Why, Jay?
That's right. This stream rewards bullying.
You are a gent and a scholar. And
And we got bits.
Yes,
The other 100.
and then not only was Dan on time, but also his girlfriend and multiple-time guest of the show. In fact, she's been on just about every Thursday stream with Dan playing
True.
Switch. Is Melissa? Who
she also took the photo.
taking the photo. Yeah, so
Yeah.
kind of a
Was
big
the
deal.
photographer that took the photo that went on time.
Yeah, so
Oh my God.
I'm basically too big for. Oh my God! Look at all these.
Macaroni and Brie, give me sub to AJ. We hit the hype train.
AJ! Oh man.
Amazing. You guys are all amazing.
Amazing. You know what? Why don't we thank you, everyone. Truly appreciate it. Why don't we go ahead and jump into some improv because we're already behind schedule. So-
Already. I wonder
We're
why.
gonna go ahead
I
and-
wonder why.
I don't know. Anything could have happened.
Anything.
We're going to go ahead and jump in and play a game called Customer Service. So what we're going to need for this game is a product that normally wouldn't have a customer service line. So go ahead and give us something that doesn't typically have customer service to it. And then we'll do that. Hold on.
What have we done before? We've done Roomba before. That was fun.
We
We
have-
even though Roomba most definitely should have one based on how they operate.
True. And for those that are asking, here's the link to the time cover. I thought I put it in there. since people
Wait,
are
I
asking
haven't
for it.
seen this. What's
Yeah, there we
this?
go.
It's just the Twitter account.
Oh man.
Yeah, I like lunchboxes. I think
Lunchboxes?
Yeah,
lunchboxes
that's a
is a
good
good one. Also, let's normalize bringing back lunchboxes.
Yeah. Damn.
Awesome.
All right.
So let's go ahead and get into
All
it.
right, 3, 2, 1, kablam.
Hello? Hello?
Hello. Yes, I'm calling in about my faulty lunchbox here.
Oh, I see. What seems to be the problem? We here at Box Incorporated take our lunchbox line incredibly serious.
Yeah. So your lunchboxes have been making my lunches go bad.
I'm so sorry to hear that. You know, I think we have just released a patented new product that is going to help you out a ton. We have a lunchbox holder. So if your first lunchbox goes bad, you can put it in our lunchbox holder, and your lunch should be safe in your secondary lunchbox shell.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I just like to make my lunches so far in advance that they just keep going bad. This should be wonderful for me. Thank you.
It certainly should help a little bit. Thank you for calling Box Incorporated.
All right, bye.
Hello, you're on with Box Incorporated. How may I help you?
Hi, yes, I have a problem. You see, I bought a Boxco lunchbox, but I also bought a Boxco XL thermos, and the Boxco XL thermos does not fit in my Boxco lunchbox. And I would like a refund on one or the other until I can get something that fits together.
Well, before we give a refund, we do have a limited coupon I could send you for being such a loyal customer. Do you have your customer ID number? I go ahead and look it up for you.
I do.
Okay, I've looked it up. Thank you for that.
Okay.
We just need to know you had it. You didn't need to tell me what it is.
Okay,
so I've looked it up, and we do have a partnership program with Staples. So you can go buy some industrial-sized rubber bands. The coupon will give you $5 off an industrial-sized group of rubber bands. You can go ahead and just snap the two together, and then that should keep things together. Now it can be carried from an external. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go do that right now.
Thank you. I'll update your customer file now.
Perfect.
Hello, you've reached Box Incorporated. How may I help you today?
Yeah, hi. I got your edible lunchbox brand,
Oh,
and the problem I'm having with it is I walked through the rain and it got all soggy and it fell apart on me.
I am so sorry that you did not get to enjoy the experiential pleasure that is our edible lunchbox brand to its maximum potential. Why don't I go ahead and, if you just go ahead and take the remainder of the lunchbox and ship it back to us, we'll go ahead and get you a brand new one. How does that sound? Can you collect
All right.
the...
Sure, I hope it doesn't get moldy in the mail, but I would really like another one.
Well, be careful. Mold will violate the warranty. In that case, we won't be able to send you a new one.
Could you put it in the toaster before you send it to me so it's a little bit stale so it doesn't get moldy on the way over?
Oh, that's good. We'll age this one a little bit more before we send it out.
Thank you.
Tim, get another one from the basement. Hello, you've reached Lunchbox Incorporated.
Yes, hello. I just wanted to say that your lunchbox broke on me. I was just trying to carry some bricks in there, and I got mugged, and I beat the man down with my lunchbox, and the handle broke.
So is the lunchbox broken, the brick broken, or the man whose face you beat with a broken lunchbox broken?
Well,
I just want to make sure.
Two of those three things are broken, and it's not the bricks.
I see. Sir, it sounds to me like maybe, and don't take this the wrong way, that maybe you're a little bit broken. Maybe you should go to a form of lunchbox therapy, where you and your lunchbox can get counseled on how to have a more mutually beneficial relationship with each other. Carrying bricks, that's a lot of luggage.
I get afraid sometimes because I work in the city at night, and it gets scary. I just want some protection, you know?
I know. A world without a properly balanced lunch is a scary thing, but here's the thing. It's a lunchbox, not a dinner box. Take that time for you, buddy.
Okay, thank you.
Of course. Thank you for calling. Have a good day. You've reached Box Incorporated. How may I help you?
Hi, hello, yes. So I found this number inside of the lunchbox, and I'm just wondering, some bullies stuffed me into the lunchbox, and I know it's a little bit echoey in here. It might be breaking up the call quality a little bit, but I'm wondering if there's any way that I can get out from the inside.
So it looks like you probably won't. Unfortunately, our lunchboxes are built to unlock from the outside only. The good news is, of all the places they could have stuffed you, this is probably one of the most economical for your situation. See, what most people don't know is that when you get stuffed in a locker, there typically isn't things in there for you to eat. Now, luckily, you're stuffed in a lunchbox. So go ahead and feel around. Is there any food in the box with you?
Yeah, I think I crushed a sandwich under my right butt cheek here.
Well, there you go. That should last you until at least the fire department comes, or you grow big enough to kick it open yourself.
Okay, thank you.
All right, have a good time.
All right, bye.
Hello, you've reached Box Incorporated. How may I help you today?
Hey, you're one of those idiots still making lunch boxes, right?
Well, I just answer the phones, but I am proud of a proud company that makes all types of boxware, lunch and otherwise.
I just want to let you know that soon your company's going to be in the ground. Lunch pyramids are the future. Here at King Tut Lunch Pyramids, they're better because they're more aerodynamically advanced than your rectangular prisms. I just want to know that soon you're going to be out of your job and your boss is going to be out of your job and you'll have nothing left. Lunch pyramids are the future.
Well, I just want to say thank you for calling in with that strong opinion, customer. And I just want to give a chance to remind you that coffins are boxes, so watch where you sleep tonight. And thank you for calling in. Hang up. Another great day on the job. Who wants lunch?
See. Oh my god.
Macaroni and Brie, thank you for the gifted sub.
Thank you so much.
Scooby-Doo, thanks for, all the bits.
All the bits.
1,000?
Gumboots, I'm getting a red card? Oh no!
Oh my god.
Oh,
Good with another 1,000 bits. Oh my god.
It's too kind, you all. I genuinely, really just appreciate it.
If we knew we just had to threaten you for bits, we would have done that a while ago.
Threaten / encourage you to cyberbully us.
Oh man.
Oh, well, so good. Thanks everyone for being here. We're having a grand old time tonight.
Oh, 300 more
Yeah,
bits.
thank you everyone.
Oh my
for
god,
being
is
here.
that level 4? Or
This is
level
insane.
3?
No, it's level 4, Dan. We already hit level 3.
We're on level 4.
As soon as we hit level 3, Dan was like, let's get to level 3. I want to know what it's like.
I know, I'm a dumbass. Let me live my life.
I know what it was like.
Man, our D&D character is getting stronger every time.
Instant level up.
That would actually be a really interesting,
God.
like.
Alex, you gotta fix
You're
your
still
mic.
a
I can't
fucking
listen to you like
robot.
Oh my
Just
god.
mute,
Okay, hold
unmute.
on.
Oh, that's it.
No,
Yeah.
he just muted
I love
himself.
how we're just going through constant technical difficulties, and our chat is like, yeah, we'll give them money.
They'll love us.
They're trying to pay us to fix our technical difficulties.
And we never do. That's the secret.
No, we're the Sonic movie of Twitch. We're gonna fuck up badly the first time and come back bigger and better than ever with what we probably should have delivered you the first time anyways.
Until we have Ben Schwartz attached, I do not believe that that's who we are.
Carrie.
Oh,
Well,
man.
Dan, while we were in the game, somebody asked for the story behind the Time magazine. I think.
Oh
they're
yeah,
like-
so how I became on the cover of Time magazine. Basically,
You're probably wondering how I got here.
You're probably
Back in
wondering,
scratch.
yeah, like a freeze frame. Basically, my girlfriend Melissa is an amazing photographer, and she
Sure.
collaborated with our other friend who's a great photographer, Hannah Bearer. And Hannah's senior project was basically taking photos of people in quarantine through Skype. So it's basically like a collaborative process as the people there were actually taking the photos. And then Time just happened to be looking around at universities asking the photo programs, like, hey, are any of your students doing something cool? And the photo professor is like, yeah, Hannah is. And then they're like, hey, this picture of Dan and Melissa looks really cool. Can that be the cover? And you have a whole article. And then they're like, yes. And then we did it. And then it happened. It all happened sort of very quickly. But yeah, that's sort of how it happened.
Also,
I just sat
wanna point
there.
out,
That's all I did. I just sat there.
like 3 days ago, Max, Dan, and I were on a Zoom call, and Dan was like, "Oh, something really cool happened." And we're like, "What?" He's like, "I can't tell you." Just like pulling teeth to try it. And he's like, "Well, I'll just say that it's the opposite of space." And I was like, "Great, thank you, appreciate that."
Yeah.
Space. Oh my god.
Oh my god. And there's the
That one's in
opposite of
space
Time
right
and
now.
robot.
So roboty.
Oh god.
We're gonna go ahead. Well, I don't know how we're gonna do this until Alex fixes his mic, but you gotta make it come back. Yeah,
Oh
I think you probably should.
We can switch a game around and have Alex do a reset.
Yeah, we can go into bullshit now, I guess. I feel like that's a doable thing, right, Dan?
What is he gonna do?
What I remember
Is he leaving the Zoom call? What just happened? Oh God, look at what Alex did. He messed this whole thing up. 3,000 bits, Scooby-Doo. I know you can't see me at all. Alex messed up this whole thing. He messed everything up, guys. Oh man. Oh man. Alex. Oh my God. All right, well, this is just a great time for us to get to talk more with each other now that you can only hear me. But yeah, that's basically how the story happened. Again, I take no credit for it. It was all my girlfriend and Hannah that did all of the work. Yeah, it's the return of just me, pro streamer Dan. You know, Alex, his whole idea is like, yeah, I'm gonna restart my computer, and that's a great idea to do when we're all on the Zoom call that he's hosting. Oh man, classic. I'm getting in the Zoom call. They're yelling at me that I should be getting in the Zoom call. Give me a second. God, there we go. Ay. Anarchy.
Someone forgot they were the host of the Zoom call.
Hello. Jeez.
Alrighty.
Big Alex.
We gotta do some reorganizing here. Oh my. Alright, Max, you just gotta move, and then we'll be all back to Normalville.
Alright.
There we go. Look
Yeah.
at that.
Alright, we're back.
Oh.
Man,
Great.
we're just... Alright, we did get 3,000 bits from Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, we're
That
at
was-
level 5.
It seems like the worse tech we get, the more they're like, please take our money and fix it. Yeah.
You people are insane. Scoob,
We
absolutely.
don't deserve you. Let's
Guys,
go.
it's a stylistic choice.
It
It's
is.
a stylistic choice.
Through all of film school, that is how I got away with almost everything.
We're gonna play the dating
Oh,
game.
300 more bits.
Oh,
Thank you
you
for the
Oh, and then Alex also donated 100. You people.
people are too nice. You're too nice.
Macaroni and Brie just got their 10K bits badge. Whoa.
Whoa!
That's a milestone. First
I
of
think-
their
I think
kind.
that's what people call Pog Champ. Is that correct?
Poggers, I think.
I think that's what people call homie.
I think we need to actually play an improv game before all the tech falls apart again.
Yes,
So,
please, I beg of you.
We're gonna play the dating game. So we're gonna say goodbye to Alex, everyone.
Bye, Alex.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye,
Congrats.
Alex.
Righty then. So the first thing we are going to need is this is the dating game. Very classic improv game. I'm sure you'll pick it up. Alex is going to have to guess a series of character quirks based off of the characters that they potentially could interact with, and we are going to pick those now. So the first thing we need is Max is made of something. What is Max made of? Could be a food, could be a household item, could be a collection of things. Max is made up of something unique and exotic.
The right stuff.
The right stuff.
That'd be such a vague thing for him to get.
No, guys, I can do it. I can do that.
Oh my god.
I can totally do that.
No.
I like Scooby-Doo. I like your suggestion. Max, you're made of solid diamond. You are a diamond lad. Steve has a secret that he doesn't want to share with the world. What is Steve's big secret? Steve knows something or has something about his personality that he's never told another living soul, and he's afraid that the world might find out.
I'm
Let's see.
afraid that people might find out that I like to whistle, so I don't whistle.
Let's see.
12 squared me just subbed. Heyo.
Thanks, Scooby-Doo, for gifting another sub.
Oh man. Look at that.
Yeah, no, I like that. Steve, you're just obsessed with unicorns. There's nothing in this world you love more than yourself as a good unicorn.
Oh
All
my
right.
god.
That shouldn't be too hard of a reach, Steve. And then finally, Dan's a wild card. Pretty much just start writing weird things for Dan, and that's what
God.
we're gonna go with.
Don't give him that much agency.
Oh, Scooby-Doo with 1,000 bits.
Scoob!
Dude.
Wow, I'm just feeling more and more smile.
We completed the hype train.
You know what? You know what, Plumps? I love it. Your brain's in the right place. Dan, all of your underwear is made of marshmallows.
What?
You heard me. All of your underwear, every pair you've ever owned,
All
made
right.
of marshmallows.
All undies are marshmallow. I don't have that much space, okay? I need to abbreviate it.
Let me know when you're ready. We can-
1 second, just gotta make it look all hunky-dory.
Wow. Look at all the people in chat who have little train icons.
Oh.
Wow. Look what you got. You're conductors.
You're all little
Preppy.
conductors.
Oh, I
Choo-choo.
love that.
All right.
Also hitting the 10K bit.
Oh my god. Catching up very quickly. All right,
ready
let's
to go
bring
to-
Alex back.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us on another lovely evening of The Dating Game. We have got ourselves a bright and happy young bachelor tonight. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, bachelor?
Hi there. My name's Gerald. Well, I'm kind of between jobs and significant others right now, but I'm hoping to fix at least one of those things tonight.
Well, you're certainly in the right place for that. Applications are available in the green room. I'm kidding. Let's go ahead and meet tonight's lucky contestants. Contestant number 1, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the bachelor?
Yes, hello. I am. Ooh, never mind.
Steve's number 1.
Oh, I am number 1. Okay. Cool. Hi, bachelor. Hi, happy bachelor. I'm generally known as the prettiest person at school. I like to draw, and I have a I like to draw.
Thank you so much. Contestant number 2, they say second time is the charm. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, sorry about that before. I wanted to really clear up the air. It's just people have so many preconceived notions about me. They think so many things, and I just want to say that it's none of it is true. I am my own person, and I shine bright. People think they know a lot about me, but I think you should hear it right from my mouth first.
Excellent. And finally, contestant number 3.
Hi, how you doing? I'm just here to have a good time, meet some nice people, and just let me know if you want some more.
Excellent. Why don't we go ahead and ask these contestants some questions to get to know them better? What's on your mind, bachelor?
Sure. Contestants, they say that the best part of any trip is not the destination, but the journey along the way. So, if we could go anywhere along the way, where would you want to travel through or around?
Contestant number 1, where would you like to travel?
I would absolutely love to ride around a medieval castle. I just think that they're the best places, or maybe an enchanted forest. You know, somewhere where we can see some fairies and, you know, get a little horny.
Contestant number 2, how would you respond to that question?
My only problem is that I have a lot of trouble traveling. Whenever I go anywhere with a large crowd, they think that they're filming another X-Men movie, which is really frustrating because I know that it looks like I was depicted in those films, but that's not me at all. And I know I really shine in the starlight, but at the same time, I want to do my own thing, okay?
Hey, well said. Contestant number 3.
Yeah, I'd really like to go to, like, Hershey Park. I think just what they've been able to do with different candies and foods there and what they've been able to transform them into is just astounding. And also, who doesn't like a good roller coaster, am I right?
You certainly are, but I believe we have another question for you. Take it away, bachelor.
Yes. So, if we were on a first date, what would be the one activity that you would want to do while on that date?
For sure. How are you keeping busy on this date? Bachelor number 1.
Well, I love to take care of animals, and I think it would be so wonderful if we could maybe go for a ride out of the barn, let them get out, and I know they may not be the real thing, but one day I'll go narwhal hunting, and then I'll bring back. I can prove that they're real. I promise.
All right. Contestant number 2, what would you like to do on your first date?
I think I really like to go hiking and camping, and one of my favorite activities to do is I can put you on my shoulders and then slide down a mountain, and even on the rocky mountainside, I won't get scratched at all, and I won't get injured whatsoever. But you don't take any offense if I'm a little hard.
All right. Please, let's keep this until after the filming. Contestant number 3.
Yeah, I just started a new YouTube channel where I do pranks on people, so I'm really looking for someone just to do pranks with me. My favorite thing that I like to do is go up to people and give them wedgies, because they sort of can't do it back just based on some stuff you'll learn about later. But once after we do that, then maybe we could go to like a nice mattress firm or something, and we could lie down on all the mattresses. Just because it also reminds me of sort of a similar situation to the undies thing. All right, no more questions.
Thank you, Paul. Bachelor, do you have another question for our lovely contestants here today?
Yeah. If you had one wish, what would you wish for?
That is an excellent question. Contestant number 1, what do you wish for?
Well, I don't want to be so direct, but I definitely wish for a kind of a horse that's very special. They're kind of the best kind of horse. If I hadn't mentioned that earlier, they some people say that they're related to corn, but I prefer the better theory where they're just natural horses that have been endangered and selectively bred for fighting. And please just let me prove to you my love. And
all right. Contestant number 2.
I would really just have to say that I think that I really want to start a family. I think that having a child, it would just be completely, people are priceless. Some people are more priceless than others. Like, take me, for example. I'm probably much more priceless than anyone you could possibly conceive of. But of course, just the magic of life is priceless on its own.
And finally, we have contestant number 3.
Yeah, if I could have just one wish, I think just normalizing edible clothing would be great, because I'm tired of this new YouTube channel. My comment section is ripping me a new sugary asshole, and I'm just damn tired of it. Look, they already made the cool panty ones that taste like licorice or whatever. I don't really look into it. I sort of have a one niche thing. But look, I'm just saying, white and fluffy down there is good for everybody. And I just am tired of this damn Twitter brigade coming after me. That's all.
Yes, thank you so much. But before we go ahead and make our final decisions, we're gonna let each contestant kind of have their final plea. Contestant number 1, I'm watching you, keep it brief.
I promise I can prove our love, just like I can prove that they're real. I know they're real, just like our love, and they're magic, and our love will be magic, just like them. And
contestant number 2.
I'm literally a superhero, so you probably should date me.
All right, and finally, contestant number 3.
Look, I don't care what kind of undies you wear. I just need you to accept the kind that I wear because the Michelin Man is a fan. He helped me produce it, and like, just you could just be the graham cracker that crushed my undies together, okay?
All right. Finally. Bachelor, I regret to inform you that you are going to have to pick one of these contestants. Walk us through your thought process now, if you don't mind.
I consider myself a pretty modest person. So while it does seem exciting, I don't really picture myself wearing marshmallow underwear or dating the person who invented them anytime soon. So unfortunately, I will not be going with contestant number 3.
Not something I haven't fucking heard before.
Oh, whoa. Well, I also think that it's very exciting and very flattering to meet and get to know. I think it's the Silver Surfer, but I can't tell for sure. You're definitely made out of some kind of shiny metal. And that's great, but I don't think I can handle a relationship.
Are you sure this relationship could be forever?
Yeah, that sounds like a really big commitment that I'm not sure if I'm ready for.
Not everyone can handle this.
So I guess I'm sorry, person made out of diamonds or silver or probably diamonds.
There we go.
So I think that it would be really great to get to know the horse girl, but instead of horses, unicorns. And so I think we should go on a date and maybe try to look for some unicorns together. Also, did you know narwhals actually are real?
They are, and once I get one of their horns, I'll prove unicorns are real too.
Oh, okay.
And thus we have another happy couple made here on The Dating Game. Tune in next week where we try and hook up a farmer with an astronaut. Whoa! Wow. I would like to congratulate us on one whole game where the tech didn't go wrong. I'm really proud of us. I feel like we've come so far. For those of you, I saw
Max thought he was contestant number 1 though, which is
That is true.
To be fair, usually contestant number 1 is the made of something guy. I thought he was number 1 as well.
I like to mix it up, so that way Alex doesn't really know what's coming.
Scooby-Doo wants Be the Graham Cracker to crush my undies to be on a shirt. That's all.
Someone else can tackle that. I think it's beyond my artistic sensibility.
I realized I was thinking about it how I always play my dating game characters as like shy and like, and I was like, what if I just did it this time?
Wait,
and that's what came out.
can we all do an impression of Dan's stock character at once?
All right. Oh, Gene.
I don't know.
It's just a really bad.
Probably don't remember me.
It's just a really bad Morty.
Yeah.
Oh, gee, Rick, I don't know if you can love me.
Look, I know I asked for some internet abuse on the time picture, but not like this. Jesus Christ.
Youngster Jazz says, "Yikes that I picked Steve's character. Why is that? What was wrong with Steve's character?"
Because he's a horse girl. A bully Dan pro streamer.
Because I was psychotic.
Oh yeah, Steve, I was so thrown off by your corn comment, and I think most people were.
Yeah.
Oh no, I that was like super overt to me. I was like,
You
oh,
got to
yeah,
that
it's
one
talking
thing?
about
I did
unicorns.
not.
Oh, I didn't realize I'm still in black and white. Let me fix that.
Oh,
I just thought your lighting was bad.
No.
No. You were a vampire.
Yeah,
No.
you're wearing a gray shirt, so it's kind of hard to tell.
I'm wearing a purple shirt. It's gray because it's gray.
Well,
Well, I guess I was wrong. We still had technical difficulties.
I mean, I was. To be fair, I was a silhouette most of that game. So what difference does it make?
Why don't we go ahead and jump into the next game? We're gonna play 10,000 blanks. So what we're gonna need.
excuse
keep
me,
doing.
Dan?
Sorry.
Okay. Dan, think inside thoughts. So this game called 10,000 Blank. This is a pun game. So what we're going to need in chat is a bunch of nouns. The way this game normally works is 10,000 Blank walk into a bar, but we decided to change it because we thought it'd be more fun. So this is going to be 10,000 Blanks walk into the club. The bouncer says, "Excuse me, we don't let blank in here." And the blanks say, "Ba-ba-bam," and that's where the pun comes from. Hopefully never that sound again, though.
If you say
Hopefully.
"ba-ba-bam" to a bouncer, they have to let you in.
Hey,
on your club.
bouncer, let me in. Oh,
All right. Why don't we go ahead and jump into it? I see we got a ton of great nouns coming in here. Alrighty, we'll do the first one I see, which is, oh, look at our club. 10,000 fish.
10,000 fish walk up to the club, and the fish go ba-ba-bang, and the bouncer says, "Get the fuck out."
Well, glad we got that one.
That happened.
10,000.
Walk into the bar, and the bouncer says, "Hey, we don't serve fish here." And the fish go, "Well, guess we better tune around."
10,000 fish walk into a bar and the bartender says, "Hey, we don't let fish in here." And the fish say, "Oh, you gotta be gilling me."
10,000 fish swim up to the club, and the bouncer says, "Hey, we don't let fish in here." And they say, "Why not? It's a school trip."
10,000
fish walk up to a bar, and the bouncer goes, we don't let fish in here. And the fish go, "Well, why not?" And he goes, "Because it's a dry bar."
10,000 fish walk up to the club, and the bouncer goes, "We don't let fish in here." And the fish go, "What are you talking about?"
All right, let's move on to 10,000 candles.
10,000 candles walk into the bar or club or whatever, and the bouncer goes, "Hey, no candles here allowed." And the candles go, "All right, you got us. We're leaving."
10,000 candles walk into the bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve candles here." And the candles go, "Well, we're just trying to get lit."
10,000 candles walk up to the bar or the club, and the bouncer says, "Hey, we don't let candles in here." And the candles go, "Why not?" And the bouncer goes, "Because the whole company of rent is in there. You don't want to go in. Please don't do it. It's for your own good."
Wow, what a specifically niche musical theater joke, Daniel.
Candles walk up to the club, and the bouncer goes, "Wax off."
10,000 candles stroll up to the club, and the bouncer says, "Hey, we don't let candles in here." And the candles say, "Hey, careful, we got a short fuse."
10,000 candles walk up to the club, and the bouncer goes, "We don't allow candles in here." And the candles go, "Why? What's wrong with us?"
Let's do giraffes. 10,000 long-necked giraffes.
Oh, glad.
10,000 giraffes walk up to the club, and the bouncer goes, "Hey, we don't let giraffes in here." And the giraffes go, "Hey, if you stick your neck out for us, we'll stick our neck out for you."
10,000 giraffes walk up to a club, and the bouncer says, "Hey, we don't serve giraffes here." And the giraffes go, "Hey, haven't you heard of us?"
10,000 giraffes walk up to a bar and walk into a club, and the bouncer says, "Hey, we don't let giraffes in this club." And the giraffes go, "Don't make us herb stomp you."
Let's do 10,000 cupcakes. 10,000 cupcakes walk into a club.
10,000 cupcakes walk up to the club. The bouncer goes, "Hey, we don't let cupcakes in here." And they go, "Oh, no, we're the performers. I sing."
10,000 cupcakes walk up to the club, and the bouncer says, "We don't let cupcakes in here." And the cupcakes say, "At least we're not muffins."
10,000 cupcakes walk up to the club, and the bouncer's like, "Hey, we don't like cupcakes in here." And the cupcakes are like, "Oh, come on, because we're not a full cake? This is ridiculous. I hate this. We're going back to Baker Street where we are accepted. I hate this discrimination."
10,000 cupcakes walk up to the club, and the bouncer says, "Hey, we don't let cupcakes here." And they say, "Why not? We're with the rapper."
Ooh, 10,000 cupcakes walk up to the club, and the bouncer goes, "We don't serve cupcakes here." And the cupcakes are like, "That's okay. We brought our own cups."
10,000 cupcakes walk up to the club, and the bouncer says, hey, we don't serve cupcakes here, and the cupcakes go, what if we just sprinkle a little love on you?
10,000 volts. This will be the final one. 10,000 volts.
Volts.
Oh yeah.
10,000.
10,000 volts walk up to the club and the bartender gets shocked and dies.
10,000 volts walk up to the club and the bouncer says, we don't let volts in here. And the volts say, hey, come on, we have a lot of potential.
10,000 volts walk up to the club, and the bouncer says, hey, we don't let volts in here. And the volts go, why did I say?
10,000 volts walk up to the club and the bartender goes, we don't serve volts here. And the volts go, oh my God, you've got to be kidding.
10,000 volts stroll up to the club, and the bouncer says, hey, we don't serve volts here. And they say, I thought this place was more grounded.
10,000
volts walk up to a club and the bouncer says, we don't let volts in here. And the volts say, did you know that this is a real current issue?
10,000 volts walk up to the club, and the bouncer says, hey, we don't let volts in here. And the volts go, oh, no, I know Static Shock. And he's like, oh, good, go in.
10,000 volts roll up to the club, and the bouncer says, we don't let volts in here. And they say, come on, we're just here to see AC/DC.
10,000 volts walk up to the club, and the bouncer says, hey, we don't serve volts here. And the volts go, hey, we'll let you have a couple of joules.
And we'll call it there. Steve, I don't know if you know this, but your last bouncer was Russian. A little bit.
My Russian comes out every so often. It's probably like deep within my subconscious right now, being like, let me out, let me out.
Who doesn't have a subconscious Russian living in them somewhere?
That's a good point.
Oh, my.
Oh.
My camera's
Also-
doing the thing where it doesn't like to focus on me.
It happens.
I do that
every
all
time.
the time. Thank you all. Thanks for all your great suggestions that time. That was a nice, fun way. We talked about playing that game, but making Zen the bouncer, Zen Frox. So maybe next time we'll do a little bit more Photoshop.
Yeah.
And put
Zen, if you're out there, hi.
You want to be a bouncer?
We got a job offer for you.
We do have a job offer.
It
for
doesn't
you.
pay great, but it's exposure.
Did everyone in chat see? If you don't know Zenfrox, check him out. He does funny sketch comedy stuff.
yeah.
But he narrowly made a whole sketch parodying us. It's a
Our
minute
show.
long. We did retweet it on Twitter. It is ridiculous and is very accurate. Please send help.
It is.
It's in our Discord.
Yes.
We all died, literally and figuratively. It was very good. We
It was
super
great.
appreciate it. Yeah, I love that we're at least a minuscule enough to have a parody made of us. Like, and that's how small we are at this point.
Yeah.
Feels good.
Except
So-
Dom Prox.
I was a little bit distracted, but I did manage to make our merch. So you're welcome. to check
Oh,
that
yes.
Oh.
out.
That's why they were so quiet.
Yeah, that was why I wasn't 100% into my 10,000 things zone.
Yeah, but you're not caught up now. Now they want to see the gangster giraffe
Wow.
herb stomping people. So
That's pretty good, Alex. I'm pretty impressed.
that is very good. Oh yeah, Dan Frox, Al Frox, Max Frox, Steve Frox, and Dom Frox, the whole Frox family.
Thank you,
All right,
Aroni.
family. Oh, excellent. Well, why don't we keep the party? Why don't we keep the party rolling?
Okay.
Let the good times roll.
Let the good times roll. As they
I've
say.
thought about it, and I agree with you, Dom.
Mhm, mhm. Tony, you say
What does the frock say?
Probably something about RimWorld. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and play genre storytelling. So what we're going to need from chat is we are going to need genres that these people are going to have to tell us a cohesive story with using 4 different genres. For those of you who don't know what a genre is, I explain it poorly every time, but let's give it a go. A genre is a type of movie or a type of book or film you might see. So it could be something like a Western or a rom-com, anything of that various nature. I already see some really good ones in here. So thank you all for your suggestions, but feel free to keep them rolling while I pick some.
Ooh, I see DCOM, and a fun little story while we're looking for suggestions is there was one time I was doing this game live, and I got decom, and I had no idea what a decom was.
Oh, God.
So I just guessed, because like I had only ever heard like Disney comedy. I never heard of it put as a decom before. It's Disney Channel original movie. Yeah, that's what decom stands for. And I was like, oh, okay, so it's some kind of weird, goofy comedy, I guess. And I just kind of faked my way through it, and no one noticed.
So there's actually a whole thing. There's a whole thing with improv that's kind of beautiful. Not to wax poetic for a second about failing in improv. One of my favorite things I've ever seen is we were playing a version of like the superhero game where one of the people came in. It was Edric, a guest you've had on the stream before. He came into the scene, and the person in front of him goes, "Oh, it's you, alliteration man." And he didn't know what alliteration was. That's where you essentially take a bunch of sounds and repeat them over the course of the sentence.
I'm on blast.
And it was great because he essentially just tried to guess his way through it, but the audience would kind of gauge him. So he'd be like, "Wow, that's really wrong of us." And the people would be like, "Yeah." And then he'd be like, "Okay, it must be when you end a word a certain way." And he would just be like, "That's why I like tongs." And the audience would be like, "No." And the whole scene just kind of became about him trying to like minesweeper his way into what alliteration.
There was just a second game going on the whole time.
Oh my
Dom,
God.
if you think the failing is good, then this show is going great,
Yeah,
right?
so-
Yeah, we're
doing
crushing
awesome.
it, 100%.
Crushing it.
Well, our stream statistics are going to come back and say that, so I don't know what that means.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, "Wow, did you guys like get to the end of the rainbow? What's happening here?"
Okay, so now what we need, I have the genres picked out. So what it's going to be is, Max, you're going to be doing true crime.
Okay.
So some true crime. Alex, you're going to be doing campfire ghost story.
Slow down.
Ooh.
Campfire ghost story.
Hey, thank you.
Dan, you will be doing a sitcom.
Oh, perfect.
Perfect. And then Steve, I thought this would be very up your wheelhouse. You're going to be doing Shakespearean tragedy.
Ooh.
So like the good Shakespeare, but sad. And finally,
Shakespeare, but sad.
Romeo and Juliet. So what we're gonna need from chat, one final suggestion is just what's the name of this story? Go ahead and pick two random words and smash them together, and that'll be the name of our story. I like to go with the old adjective, noun, 1, 2, but if you got something different going on, then let's go ahead and see it. Oh, I see Alex has gone full spooky ghost.
Oh no!
Ooh.
I'm gonna have nightmares tonight, aren't I?
Oh yeah.
Ice.
This is gonna,
I don't know why, but that combination of words is one of the funniest combinations of words I've ever seen in my entire life. So this story is called Fork Sherbert.
Fork sherbert. Do I know how to spell the word sherbert? I spelled it how they spelled it, so I will pretend that it is.
Keep it. We'll keep it.
Ba-bow.
Fork Sherbert. Also, Alex, Groundmasters sounds like an awesome like HGTV show that I would watch. All right, let's start off our story of Fork Sherbert with sitcom.
So Courtney was coming home from her day at work, and she opens the door, and she goes, what a day!" Throws her coat against the coat rack, and the whole thing falls over.
True crime.
And then Courtney realized something was very off in the room. She looked in her kitchen drawer and she realized there was no knife in the drawer.
Shakespearean.
But hark, where couldst thou knife be, if not for in the kitchen drawer?
Ghost story.
Looked around and then heard clang, 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 clang falling down the stairs. She turned around and looked at the bottom of the stairs, and there was the knife laying
Sitcom.
right there.
She looks up and she sees Trevor standing at the top of the stairs, and he's going, "Oh, did I whoopsie again?" Last
Tragedy.
Oh no, for Trevor, I haven't seen thou for almost 2 moons. You become to me for only now in my time of need.
Sitcom.
Yeah, I need help with baking this cake. He takes out the cake and shows it to her. He spelled the word happy birthday wrong.
Ghost story.
Instead of being spelled happy birthday, it said happy death day. But neither of them spelled that out.
True crime.
So they
See, the problem with Trevor was that he was actually sleeping with Courtney's sister for the past 2 months, and that's why Courtney hadn't seen him for those 2 months. So when Trevor was coming back, he was attempting to cover this up by getting back with Courtney. However,
story.
as you'll hear,
Courtney kind of realized this, and she was like, Trevor, what are you doing? What kind of joke is this? And Trevor just laughed nervously. All of a sudden, the oven dinged.
Sitcom.
Oh, that's my other cake. I made a second one just in case it didn't work. This one's sherbet flavored. You want to give it a try?
Tragedy.
Forsooth, I shall not try thy cake, for it is foul beyond imagining, and from thy foul cake comes thy foul life. It is with foul life that one breathes foul breath upon the sieve that is...
Sitcom.
You want to talk about foul breath? Try smelling yours.
True crime.
and from that moment, it seemed as though something changed deeply within Trevor. He
Ghost
no
story.
longer wanted to...
Trevor realized something. Wait a minute, Courtney. Sherbet is ice cream. That doesn't go in the oven.
Sitcom.
Uh-oh, did I make another whoopsie?
Tragedy.
And then, forlorn as she was, she confronted him. Wouldst thou sleep with such a courtesan as thou hast, lie in the bed that thou hast made, and reap the field which thou hast sown? For you sleep on a bed of lies
True
and a
crime.
bed of rot.
See, this was about at the time where Courtney had already successfully covered up the fact that she was sleeping with Trevor's brother. However, Trevor was getting suspicious of this at this point, which is likely why he made the Happy Death Day cake. It wasn't clear.
Hey, look, you've been sleeping with my brother. Don't admit it. It's like, yeah, but my brother's been sleeping with your sister. Uh-oh.
Scene. The end.
Did I do a whoopsie?
Did I do another whoopsie?
We made Did I Do a Whoopsie t-shirts, which you guys buy us.
No, actually, we got a suggestion from Gumboots that I really love, which is make a cake most foul t-shirt.
Cake most foul.
And on the cake, can it say whoopsie?
Wait, this is a serious question for chat. So there are teams out there, very talented teams, very talented, that do full improvised
Don't
Shakespeare.
tell them about their teams. They're gonna go over to them and not watch us.
So there are teams in the world that do like fully improvised Shakespeare, and they study it, and like they know the lines, the verbiage, and they're very good. Would you just watch us if we tried to bubble through it without practice for like an hour and a half? We just tried to completely wreck it.
Lindsay, thanks for
Thank
the
you for the
follow.
follow.
Thank you. Wait, try to bumble through what?
Just like a full Shakespeare. Like, I know very little about Shakespeare, but if we just pretended to improvise a Shakespeare play on the fly.
I would love to do some improvised
I would be so
Shakespeare,
bad
guys.
at that.
I have wanted to do improvised Shakespeare for years.
I would.
I love
I
it.
would have difficulty.
Yeah, I imagine it's gonna be horrible, but I feel like it could be fun to watch us fail at it, but also still try and tell a cohesive story with 5 of us.
I think that could work.
I mean, Steve's
think
already
that
all
could
the
be
way there, so it's just the rest of us.
I think I could BS my way there too. I think I could.
Yeah, absolutely.
I
You guys
did
can be the
do
main
2
characters
months
and
of
we'll just be
rehearsal
the-
for a Ren fair.
Yeah, we'll just be the wacky side characters.
Yeah.
I'll still come in and still just go, did I make a whoopsie? And you guys be like, you're so off genre. This is ridiculous.
Thou hast maketh a whoops of the Z.
I see
Try
a
and make
whoops.
it- Oopsie.
Lost am I again in the sea of whoops without paddles. That my tiny dinghy may find itself a new shore afoot.
See, that's all you need to do. You
Is that
just
good? That's pretty
assess the situation that you're currently in and then wax poetic about it for a little bit until someone thrusts a new situation upon you.
It's just all commenting on the comments that you're commenting on, and if you get like the nth of a pun in there at the end, you've done it. Shakespeare, baby.
We do still.
4-2 brought up a good point. Technically, I am an award-winning Shakespearean actor because I won an award for a Shakespeare play that I was in.
Wow.
Oh.
I'm an award-winning band conductor who doesn't know how to read music. So high school is a weird time for everyone.
Well, yeah, I think I'm just below you, Steve. I think I'm an award nominee for a Shakespeare performance.
Guys, the Globe Theater up in here. Who can hang?
Wait,
Man, the only thing I've won an award for is improv.
That's never gonna be useful, you nerd.
Damn it!
I want to clarify what says. Dan's screenplay that we're gonna do, that was the one that we did for the hour or screenplay speed run that we finished, and we said at some point.
Ice on arteries. Thanks for the sub.
Thanks for the sub.
Nice.
And thank you for your Fort Sherbert suggestion.
Yeah.
Damn.
Suggested that we do that screenplay as a Shakespearean screenplay.
Let's do this. Any way to get around my terrible writing is all good.
Yeah, welcome everyone to the fun. Thanks for being here. For anyone who may have joined us halfway through the stream, we are Show and Tell Live. We're a weekly comedy improv stream. Believe it or not, we've been doing this for about a year. We also do a ton of other variety fun stuff throughout the week. We have a fun random show on Tuesdays. Last Tuesday we played Jeopardy. Before we've done other things like 60-Minute Madness, where we all have to complete a task in an hour. It turns out reading backwards is hard, and Alex set his lawn on fire. It was a real fail all around. And that made us do a Minecraft stream. So really, the sky's the limit of what we do here on this channel.
Yeah.
Our elevator pitch just becomes a longer and longer ride. We start hitting all the buttons now.
Oh man! But that's how you cheat death. Always keep
That's
doing
how
your
you
thing.
cheat death.
Yep. Show and tell is how you cheat death. So subscribe if you don't want to die. Sorry,
Show and
the
tell
threat
live.
thing worked before.
It's the wrong kind of threat, my dude.
That's our motto. Show and tell live. Subscribe if you don't want to die.
Oh my god.
We're workshopping it. It's a yes
Yeah,
and
it's still-
situation.
Oh man.
Wow.
I like it.
Yeah.
You know whose face I'm getting tired of seeing?
Who?
Alex's. What if we
Ah,
got
yeah.
rid of him?
I've been here too long.
Rid of Alex.
Oh, thank you,
outta
Macaroni
here.
Free, for the gift sub.
Oh,
Steve, welcome. Yeah,
Welcome.
we are going to get rid of Alex. So
get the hell out of here. He's gone. Look at him go.
So we're gonna play a game that was kind of our flagship game when we transitioned to fully remote content, and that is press conference. So what we're going to need is we are going to need a suggestion for something that Alex did. This can be something really good. Maybe Alex found a cure for all diseases in the world or solved world hunger. Or maybe it's something really bad Alex did. Maybe he's the villain of this piece. The first one we ever did is that Alex killed all the dinosaurs. It was him single-handedly. We've had a couple other ones since then, but that's kind of the suggestion we're looking for. Now, this is another guessing game, so Alex has no idea what the thing is he's done, and it's up to the four of us to interview him and make sure that he confesses to the great or terrible things he did. Let's take a look at what we got rolling in here. He dropped the toast and landed butter side up. That's a good one. Discovered how to cook sherbet in the oven. Very relatable. He enjoyed just too many meatballs. Oh, interesting. You know what, Skittle Bean? With a fire suggestion, as always. I think we're going to go with yours. Alex pushed Jupiter out of the galaxy. Straight up just pushed it away. I think that is a great, good one. So that's what we're going to go with here. We'll give Dan a sec so we can type it in. Dan, is the ticker still running on this game?
Oh, it sure is. And is it the same exact text as before? You betcha. All right, we ready.
And we're live in 3, 2, 1. Thank you and welcome back to Show and Tell. Live tonight, we have ourselves an interesting yet controversial figure in the scientific community. We just want to go ahead and have you introduce yourself in front of the panel.
Yes, hello panel. Thank you for having me on. I'm very excited to be able to talk to you about my findings and sort of how I got to that point.
Would you classify it as a findings or a losings?
Well, you know, I think that in scientific discovery, even though you may have lost something, you can still end up gaining knowledge. And that's what I really consider it to be, is I have gained knowledge. And I hope everyone has gained some knowledge from it.
Interesting.
Yes.
Yes, I was wondering, this seems sort of like an ego thing. What were you trying to achieve? Were you trying to become like a king of the gods?
Well, look, every scientist has to have a little bit of ego in order to be able to further their research. You have to believe in yourself to believe in the science that you do.
Is it true you were handing out shirts that say, if you can bring it down to 8, you can bring it down to 7?
Yes, I believe that it's important to remember that, you know, once you start, sometimes you just have to keep on going, and you know, just because we get rid of one doesn't mean that we have to get rid of just one.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry, I just want to wonder: was any motivation come from any childhood trauma by saying that boys were stupider?
I don't believe that was my inspiration, although we did research that subject, obviously. But it is important to know that although it may not be completely related, we did in our findings find out that you can in fact go to Mars to get more cars.
Wow, that is fascinating research. Any other questions for the panel?
I would just like to say that I'm actually a big fan of your work. I think that what you've done has seriously furthered the scientific progress in this field, and even just the fact that some scientists say that the gas contained could have really been detrimental to the entire solar system. So I think it was just an entire time bomb that you avoided.
Yes, well, you know, we think that it's more important to preserve, you know, the planets that we are on, and so by, you know, getting rid of just the one, it's saved us a lot of trouble in the long run.
Interesting. And where will the orbitals be distributed? There sure are a lot of them, and no successor was named.
Right. Most of them will be going to Saturn until we end up destroying that one too.
Oh.
Although some of them have decided to just join the asteroid belt.
Well, according to your claim here, it looks like you were trying to get them even further. I'm just used to the whole Milky Way that we used to do things, all right? The original way that was made. And you, in what point do you say, hey, this is no longer part of the equation?
Well, I think it's spurred from a sort of wrath or vengeance that I had on the scientific community when they declared Pluto no longer a planet. I felt that if they could take that matter into their hands, then I could take this matter into my hand. So in
It's
that
funny-
regard, yes.
It's funny you mentioned taking it into your hands, because I'd like to discuss the method by which you executed this. Is it true that it was all upper body strength? Just pure forearm from hitting the gym?
Yes, well, that was a big part of it. Was I actually trained with Atlas, which
Wow.
some of you may know. Atlas is known for lifting Earth. Now, clearly, I had to train a lot more than what Atlas was capable of doing. So it took a lot of work, but it was actually done by hand because that was the method that we could trust the most.
Wow.
I just wanted to say that one note that you said that you suggested that perhaps Saturn could be next. And I just really appreciate that, because my view on the subject is that if they don't like our solar system, they can get out, you know? And if we live in a world or in a galaxy where it's just Earth, you know what? That's just okay with me.
At what point is this going too far, though? All right, like, how many planets does this have to happen to until we're just all gone, you know? And then, you know, we think we're thinking outside of the box, and then we're outside of the box.
Well, look, I think that it really comes down to the gas
You
giants
can't
being
handle the
here.
truth.
They are the ones that have been
Gentlemen, I'd like to remind you that under current things, we operate according to pull, right? We're brought together by our planet. And just because a rogue member of the scientific community has trained to make the opposite of that true on what was arguably the leader of our solar system doesn't mean that we have to devolve into Mercurians, all right? We're better than that.
Let me ask this. How much were they contributing to the SSHO? To the Solar System Health Organization. How much were they contributing? Anything? Anything at all?
I'm getting tired of this. I haven't even heard the guy even say point blank what he even did. He's just dancing around it like it didn't even matter.
Look, it's very clear that I reversed Jupiter's gravity and sent it out of the solar system.
That's correct.
Pretty much.
Absolutely.
So I believe that the reason I did this, well, I know the reason that I did this was because Jupiter had been having it good for too long. Jupiter was the largest planet, and yet it contributed the least when it came to resources or exploratory value. Really, the only thing that it had going for it was the big red spot. And where did that get it? That got it absolutely nowhere.
Gas giant, more like giant waste of space. That's what I say.
Exactly. I think that if we just get down to the terrestrial planets, we'll be able to use the solar system's resources a lot more effectively.
Well, this is certainly becoming a heated conversation. Next up, we're going to move to something a little less controversial. Euthanasia. Thank you all for being here. I tried. Okay, so the Rolodex in my head was like, okay, say something that's more controversial, but not too controversial. And then I rolled through, and that's the one that came up. I don't know why.
Oh my god.
Euthanasia's not that controversial.
128 devs, thanks for the follow. Appreciate
Thank you
it
for
a
the
lot.
follow. 128. Wow.
And also, thank you, Weevil00. Thank you for the subscribe.
Did you just thank yourself?
Did you just shout out yourself?
Did you just pat yourself on the back?
Steve!
No.
Oh man.
Oh, that's a really funny story. They're saying they recruited an army and teachers and students to help them lay claim to Jupiter and defend it as ours. I went to a regrettably very conservative high school, and there's all these talks about when Obama won the first time in his presidency, because Texas was claiming they were going to secede from the Union, as Texas does every time it loses anything. And then people were like, oh, what should we do if Pennsylvania secedes? So our school newspaper ran a contest of like, what should we call Pennsylvania if it secedes? Like, we should get a new name. And the one that won for the entire school, I think Pennsylvania 2 was second place, only to the great name of Blue Eyes White Dragon. And for solid months, everyone referred to Pennsylvania as Blue Eyes White Dragon.
You let people vote.
Man,
it
that's
never ends up well.
Yeah, they're like, oh, where are you going? Oh, just Harrisburg, Blue Eyes White Dragon.
That's such like playful heresy. Like
Playful heresy.
That's my favorite punk band, Playful Heresy.
Man,
That's
it's just like romanticizing secession and on like this whole another level.
Absolutely.
Oh man.
Why don't we go ahead and jump into our next game? One where we can be as playfully heretic as we'd like to be. This next game is called Bullshit. So what we're going to need from chat are a bunch of just nonsense opinions and theories. So what are some things that are going to be pretty hard for us to solve? Ask us the questions of the universe. That's what we're really looking for here. And it's going to be our individual jobs to defend the questions you pose to us and provide you with perfectly legitimate answers, whether we're knowledgeable on the subject or not. That's why the game's called Bullshit. What's very fun is you will get to vote on these and determine whether or not we are telling fact or fiction. Yes or no. That is the way that it goes. You see, I didn't mess it up this time, guys. Aren't you proud of me? No one or no this time. So just go ahead and spam in those questions and keep spamming them even when one of us is talking, because we're going to need a ton of them. Well, or unless we do terrible. In that case, we'll only need 5. But who knows? Alrighty, I like these good questions. I'm going to go ahead and do the first one. Let me know when we're ready, Dan.
We're ready.
The question is, or I guess it's more of a statement, Crocs with socks provide extra power. We all know this to be true. I mean, there's a reason that the fashion industry has tried to keep socks and sandals down. It's because it has a precursory level of power that has been known since the ancient Mesopotamian times, when sandals were more proper and prim. And also, there's a reason the fashion industry hates Crocs. It's because they know they possess the ability to harness and retain that power. If you wear socks with sandals, it's an untapped, unparalleled power. You can't control it. But the Crocs, they keep the power in, binding it to your soul.
All right, the poll came in a little late, so vote 1 for fact, 2 for fiction. All you gotta do is type it in just by itself. It all works.
1, 2.
Oh, we're getting pretty tied. We're getting pretty tied right now. Oh,
One's have it right
You're not
now.
buying my ancient Mesopotamian Crocs theory?
They're there. All right.
You know, this was actually written about on the Rosetta Stone. It's the part we can't translate yet.
You're digging yourself into a deeper hole.
Oh no! Oh no!
All right, I think that counts as a win.
Oh, alrighty. Thank you.
All right.
Let's see. Our next question is, we all understand mountains and our molehills. The question is how? All right. Let me know when I can start.
You're goody.
Thank you. So as the question states, we all understand mountains are molehills. No need to review that for anyone out here. The reason that all mountains are molehills is that all of the Earth is connected, you see? The entire Earth is made up of 4 layers, and the crust, which is part of the upper layer, is all connected eventually in one way or another to the mantle. And that's where the moles like to dig their deepest. So the fact that all of the moles are digging in the mantle and all of the mantle connects to the crust means that anything that goes above sea level, that's just the cherry on top for the mole, baby. It's their world and we're just living in it. Or on it, I should say.
Whew. I don't know. I haven't seen
Nice.
one person buy it so far.
Yikes!
There are only 2 votes in right now,
Ooh.
Yikes!
so
Well-
it could go any way.
Vote now on your phones. And they voted so hard that
There's only
the
2
Capitol
votes
set
in
on
now,
fire.
so put
If
more
there's
to-
only 2 people and they still say no, that's not gonna get me much better.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
Oh, it's just getting worse and worse for you, Dom.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I think we'll call it there. I think I lost.
All right, we got Steve.
Steve, I've got a heck of a question for you.
Steve, less
Yes.
headroom.
Alrighty then.
Less headroom, not more headroom.
Less?
he means get up.
Less
You need to get
headroom, not less head.
Oh boy.
Less head.
Steve, do you ever stop clapping, or is there just a longer distance in between each clap?
So, as we know, the clap is actually relative, not the clap. Like, I mean, I'm talking about clapping, the action, and really, it's just a very long, extended pause between singular claps, which we only speed up and shorten because, as we know, when a human is born, they are assigned a certain number of claps that they can have throughout their life. That's why it's important to clap for a show.
All right.
Wow.
Votes are
Steve,
coming
did I
in.
start the poll?
All people are voting.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
Yes,
So
okay.
far,
Steve,
They said to think about it.
Steve, that theory is literally my uncle's theory about flying in planes. He believes that every person is born with a set number of flights they're allowed to take before the plane crashes, which is why he'll drive ridiculous distances because he, quote, doesn't want to use up one of his flights. As much as I'd like to say that's a bit he's committing to, it's absolutely the truth.
But what about how many hours you have in a car before you get in a car crash? Isn't he running up that meter?
No, I think he thinks his car's a truck or a tank, and he can do whatever he wants. Well, Steve, it looks like people bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah. People have agreed.
You're speaking hard truths out there.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and give Steve another question. This one is from Ice, fittingly. Steve, strawberry ice cream specifically is bad for the ozone layer.
So strawberry ice cream is the worst of the ice cream flavors for the ozone layer because it is made from burning strawberries. See, it's not actually strawberry in the ice cream. You actually burn strawberries under vanilla ice cream and you heat that into a boil and then congeal it back together in one soft serve dish, which releases methane gas into the air and is really, really bad for smog.
Makes sense to me, but does it make sense to our ice cream connoisseurs at home?
Oh,
what do you think, big brains?
oh,
Steve, tell the truth or not?
he's got a big lean. He's got a big lean.
It's looking okay so far.
Let's give it a few seconds and see where we're at.
I don't know. That looks pretty secure.
That looks pretty definitive.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the eyes have it. All right, Steve, you get another question.
Wow.
Steve.
Wow. 3.
3. That's a good. Beating my record. Steve, do you think calculators can be classified as weapons of math destruction?
Well, calculators truly are probably the biggest weapon that humanity has created, as we can tell from 8th grade, when we're all required to buy graphing calculators. Now, these calculators are so thick and heavy, and they can do so much, and they're so versatile that they actually have countlessly influenced how warfare has been fought for generations. Instead, generals will opt to play a Pokemon Emerald simulator on their calculator.
Wow.
The abacus, man's most feared creation.
Yes.
You know, I can't argue with the statement calculators are
It's
one of the
close.
most dangerous weapons ever invented. I mean,
Have you ever
That's
got one
so-
thrown at your head? It hurts.
No, but I feel like that gets into such a slippery slope of like, is the guy who invented like nitrogized dirt the greatest mass murderer of history because he allowed for the greatest amount of people? Like that comes into such a slippery slope of like, what does it mean to murder someone?
Then it's like, isn't like the caveman that discovered fire like responsible for like a lot?
is the leading cause of death birth? Like,
Yeah.
these are the questions.
100% of people who have died were born. So
Looks like I'm
Not
out.
true.
Yeah, you're outie scouty, Steve.
All
get
right.
out of there.
Who's next?
Max.
Max.
It's morphin' time.
Max, please tell us why we wouldn't know about air if we didn't have to fill tires with it.
That's a great point. The thing that you want to look at is how do fish react? And fish do not know that they're in water because they simply believe that they are capable of flight. They believe that they are just roaming the universe with other fish and other beings around them. It's only until they come in contact with air, something else, that they've realized that it is something else. It's the same way for us. However, once we had tires, we realized we needed air.
I've never been so existential about a fish before. Thank you, Max.
Man, I imagine the first fish that got to the surface and came down was like, guys, you're not gonna believe this. There's somewhere we can't fly, and they're like, nah, you're just high, Zach. Get out of here.
My favorite comedian is Tim Minchin, and he does very little stand-up. He mostly does like musical, but he has a whole great video on YouTube called Tim the Fish that you should look up about the first fish to evolve feet and be like, guys, look what I found. Like, get out of here, Tim, you're a freak. And he's like, no, guys, don't bully me. I'm gonna go up there for a spell. You're gonna go up where? It's great.
Well, it looks like they bought it. They bought it.
All right, they bought it.
Dang.
Those fish. All right, Max, this one might be true. I don't know. Shoulders smell worse than armpits.
Yes, this is actually true. Mr. Sorry, I don't want your name. See, armpits are not actually smelly. It's the fact that your nose nerve endings, when dipped down to be able to smell an armpit, are inverted, and more blood flows to the nerve endings, which cause the feeling of pain because the threshold for pain is reduced because there's more contact with the blood. And that's why if you sniff up, that's not the case.
Wow, fancy.
All right, we got a split room right now. Oh,
That's incredible.
what happens when you smell someone else's armpit, but they're taller than you?
Then there's
Well, then they just smell bad. That's only tall people can smell. We all know that.
It's because they're playing basketball all the time.
No, that's not true.
The only shower they get is the weather up there.
oh, it's so close.
It's so close. Oh, it looks like
Boy talk, how could you do this to me?
I think we're calling it.
I think we're calling it as a no.
It's a no.
Moving on. Who's next?
It's me.
It's Dan.
Alrighty, Dan. Does wind cause the earth to turn?
Yes, wind is caused by the UFOs outside. It's actually just the exhaust from their ships as they're patrolling us. It's actually the exhaust comes out at such high velocity that it actually causes the Earth to spin. Normally we would just be going around the sun without spinning, but it's just the exhaust of all the aliens that are watching us. Yeah, like satellites have been there this whole time. We just pretended to put them there so that way people wouldn't be like, why are we spinning?
Alrighty. I saw an immediate no, but it's evening off a little bit more now.
An immediate no, but then some yeses.
And immediately like, Dan, you're dumb. Oh man.
What time's coming for us today?
They
coming. Oh no.
It's evening out. It's evening out.
Please. You know aliens are out there. Oh, gumboots with the
sneaky
fake.
vote.
Oh man. I think
it's looking okay for you, Dan.
It's looking like it's fact.
I live to live another day.
I'm really excited to hear your answer for the next one.
Okay, good.
Too, so.
Good.
Dan, why is Taffy so laughing?
It's actually made of what they put in laughing gas. Basically, they make it into so that way they freeze the gas so that way it becomes a solid, and then they smother it in just like butter and a flavor and whatever else, and then it sort of melts down into what you know is taffy. But the laugh is still there. Also, this is the way that through this process, the molecules arrange themselves into writing out a joke, and that's just what they actually print onto the wrapper, so that way there's a joke involved as well scientifically.
Fully.
I did not know that.
Sensible.
Yeah.
Joke involved scientifically.
Yeah. Scientific joke, the best kind.
That's how it goes. It goes abstract, joke, introduction, rest of the paper.
The Holy Ross likes it, and that's all that matters.
Wow.
That's a tough cookie to impress. I'm impressed.
Good.
That cookie. It's looking pretty good for you.
Yeah, I think you're getting this one.
It's looking pretty
You are
good.
getting one. These questions, I just want to commend you all on these questions. They're genuinely so good.
Yeah.
They are.
I kind of wish we were playing 7 Reasons right now so we could really explore the nuance of each one.
The nuance.
The nuance.
The nuance. You have to say it as like one syllable, like nuance. Nuance.
Nice.
Nuance.
Just more nasal.
Nuance.
More nasal.
Nuance.
Dan, your next question is, do bed bugs dream?
Bed bugs are actually the ones that are orchestrating your dream. So in a way, sometimes you don't have a dream when you fall asleep. That's because there's no bed bugs in your bed. But you know, like that scene in Inside Out where there's people making the dream? That's actually based off of scientific fact. They just replaced bed bugs with something that isn't as shocking to the general public. So they orchestrate it. They have their little like acting out sessions and everything. So they just are naturally coming up with these ideas. So I don't think they're actually dreaming themselves.
It's all a conspiracy, man.
Big bed bug.
And you know,
Big
if those bed bugs get paid off to make you dream about, like, I don't know, weird sex stuff, so that way you buy a magazine because that magazine paid them off, or like
I
an
think you
ad.
had your time, Daniel. I think you had your time.
I'm pushing. I want to talk about the real stuff. You cannot silence me.
Can't silence Big Bedbug.
Big bed bug. Yep.
Oh. Well, Dan, I think we're going to move on, even if you do get this one, because I'd love to give Alex a chance to participate in this game.
That's fine. We'll just assume that they came to their senses and they wanted to change their vote anyway, just like Boy Talk. So
Decided to change their vote.
Alex. Godzilla. Good guy or bad guy?
Oh, okay. So, Godzilla, while you may think is bad because he destroys the city, is in fact still good because Godzilla fights on Mother Nature's side, and Mother Nature wins over all. You see, destroying the city is actually just helping the city rebuild, because otherwise they would just have to destroy those buildings so that they could build better ones anyways. So, Godzilla, with their fire breath and their stomping around, really helps the city's infrastructure by taking down the old so that they can build up the new.
I see you've taken the Man of Steel argument of I destroyed the city
To save the
to save the city, which I think is I think that's a reference to a quote from the Vietnam War, which is the only way we could save the village was to burn it or something like that.
yikes.
Yes, Scooby-Doo, Godzilla does also fight other monsters that wants to kill people, but I didn't bother including that. I think the real important thing that Godzilla
That's just a
does is
hobby.
infrastructure. Yeah. Godzilla's real contribution to society is infrastructure.
Infrastructure.
Well,
Real civic mind, that Godzilla.
Yeah.
you got a lot of support there. I think you're very well in the clear.
Wow, all right.
Next question. Should immortality be a human right?
Immortality should not be a human right because lobsters already have it. And if we limit it to just humans, then we would have to possibly consider taking it away from lobsters. I think it should actually just be an Earthian right. So while humans should be able to have access to immortality, I think it's important not to take away the rights that other species like lobsters already have. Immortality is a good way for people to get happiness.
Sorry, I forgot to do
I
that.
didn't realize I ran
I
out of
forgot
time
to do
there.
the thing. I got lost in like, do lobsters actually immortal?
Wait a minute. Are lobsters actually immortal?
Who knows? Oh,
Some species of jellyfish are considered immortal because they have a regenerative cycle that
Whoa.
they stay mostly alive for.
That's cool. Has there never been a science fiction movie about a person morphed with a jellyfish to become immortal?
yeah, you haven't read Jellyman?
What? Man, we gotta get on this.
I don't
It's
know,
close,
Alex.
please.
I don't
Please.
know.
Everybody else got so many turns.
Oh, a tie!
Yeah.
Next vote has
next
it.
vote does it.
Yay or nay?
If you haven't voted, now's your chance. Now your chance to crush Alex's dreams.
Are you not entertained?
I can't bear it.
Oh! A double.
All right, the double vote.
All right.
Alex, last question.
I realized that wasn't my best work. I'll do better.
No, it was great.
I also told you when you had 2 seconds left, so.
Do better.
Very relevant. The design of planes was actually inspired by fish, not birds.
Well, you see, while birds fly, you may notice they don't flap their wings at all. Fish, on the other hand, don't need to flap their fins. Fish actually move through water very similarly to how planes move through air. The only difference, of course, is the viscosity. So planes were just modeled to be a less viscous fish. Fish were actually inspiration not only for planes, but also for, more importantly, rockets, which we learned go through space the same way.
Fascinating.
Wow. Incredible.
Real fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of the trains in Japan are actually designed around birds too, because of their aerodynamic.
I thought you were gonna say had wings, and I'm like,
That is some Studio Ghibli stuff.
All I'm saying is, Planes, tail fin. Birds, no such thing as a tail fin.
There's no
I'm just
bird
saying, I'm just
fin.
Kinda.
Tail
Kinda
feathers,
have-
but planes don't have tail feathers, do they?
That's a good
I'm just
point.
saying.
I'm just saying. Bitch.
I'm just saying.
All
No
right.
Scientifically, I'm just saying.
I think you can walk away with the W.
You walked away with a win, Alex.
Hey.
Alrighty.
And that's the bullshit.
Do-do-do-do.
That's bullshit reasons.
Alex,
I finished-
someone has made a merch.
I finished the merch, yes.
Oh,
Let's take a
let's
look at
see. Oh, a cake most foul.
Cool. Taster.
Ooh.
A friend of mine on Facebook is leaving their job to go like back to school essentially, and they posted a picture of the cake that their colleagues bought them because they're all EMTs, which is why they're hanging out with their colleagues. And there's just a video of him turning around and reading the cake out loud, all excited. He goes, "You're dead to us." Oh, it's great. Just his immediate reaction, and he's like loving it, but he's just like, "You're dead to us." Oh,
Oh
I love
my.
kills me.
That's great. That's great.
Ay, ay, ay.
Friends like that. Good stuff. Oh man, Shark Plumps, your hell yeah emote makes our yes and emote looks real sad by comparison.
yeah.
That's such a good emote.
That's a
Mwah.
Macaroni
Doodle and
Reaper.
put it in Discord. What?
Oh, that's so exciting! Everyone go check out the amazing work that Macaroni and Brie and Carbs both do. And also a shout out to Carbs for their stream today. That was super rad.
Yeah.
All of us crashed it.
Yeah.
I think all 5 of us were there at one point. Alex and I were sharing the account, but we were all there.
No, I was on my own. Dan was sharing the
It
account.
was me.
Oh, 'twas you!
It was I. Ha, I'm the one that made the whoopsie.
Hamburglar!
I'm Daga.
Courtney.
Yes, but we really, really appreciate all of the fan art that people make of our stream, and we love getting fan art, and please continue making fan art.
I promise us once we actually have the ability to print it out and put it up on the wall, we will put up everything that we have so far.
Yeah.
It's so awesome, and it means a lot to us that you guys are inspired by our bits and want to do some bits of your own.
Come on.
Is there a way to get a Discord image on the screen?
There's no images that you can post.
But if you go to our Discord, you can
That's true.
check out the
Heyo.
fan art.
Heyo! Let's go into our next game then.
Yeah, Dom, I've just been tired. Like, don't we have like any new games lined up or anything?
I know. Well, we would have had more, but you told me you were only going to build 2. So. But this is one of the ones you built. We don't have a great name for this game. The working title is Judge Judy Executioner. That's Judge Judy Executioner. Everyone text Alex that late at night because he loves the name of that game and hopefully
It's a terrible name.
You're lying. We have a great name. It's just not very descriptive.
True. Let's describe the game, shall we? So the way this is going to work is we set up. We took the photos that you submitted in our Discord, that old thing again, which, as we do, you can submit photos throughout the week. We're pretty much always going to use them in some type of game, so don't need us to prompt it, just go ahead and submit them. But we took some that we asked for earlier this week, and we are compiling them as evidence. That's right. Steve has committed a crime, and it's up to us to persecute Steve to the full extent of the law. Now, the state has its best legal represented mind here. That's the Maximilian down here, who's getting into his battle pose right now. And he has compiled some pretty hard-hitting evidence. And it's up to you, the jury, to determine whether or not Steve is guilty or not guilty. Now, in order to do that, you'll need to hear the case presented before you based on the evidence we have. Now, what we're going to need to get started is we are going to need the crime Steve committed. Let's try and make it, you know, when we play interrogation, it's a completely whimsical crime. Let's try and get it closer to a real crime, but not quite a full crime. So somewhere kind of in that middle zone.
Yeah, like earlier
Somewhere around the range of ripping a tag off of a mattress.
Yeah, something in that wheelhouse, right? And with that, we'll take it away from there once we get going. Tune
Wow.
in, coming in
Wow.
strong.
Wow.
Oh my god.
That's
Oh,
right.
those are both so good.
Holy shit. If we...
Oh,
I'm the only
You
one
guys
that
are
knows
so
which
good.
photos we picked, and some of these would line up very well.
Dan, do you want to pick the crime?
You can go. You can go. I don't want to. I don't
You
want
know
to
what?
influence it.
All right. Why don't we do ISIS? I think that's a good crime. Steve may or may not have, innocent until proven guilty, gone to DisneyChannel.com without his parents' permission.
All right. Starting 3, 2, 1, begin.
Order in the court. Order. We're now returning from our recess. Thank you all. Please sit down. We've got a busy day of trial schedules ahead of us. The accused is now going to take the stand. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I want to remind you that it is up to you as this individual's peers to hear the case out and make sure it is fair and that they are given a fair trial. Because so help me if we have a mistrial, I will drag each and every one of you back in here for another 6 hours of this nonsense. Prosecution, the witness, the defendant is now yours.
Thank you very much. And now I speak directly to the jury. I apologize to you personally that you have to sit in the same room as this monster, this vile monster who has, let me just make this clear, who has went to the Disney Channel website without parental permission or overview. And this is just truly a disgusting crime. However, with your help today, we can make sure that no one else sits in a room with this monster ever again. I am pushing for the full extent of the law punishment. I want to put him away for life.
Just to clarify for the jury, the full legally punishable amount is a fine of upwards of $600. We cannot put them away for life, but we can give them a hefty fine.
I'll do what I can, all right? Maybe I can, we'll figure it out. Maybe I can tack on a few more crimes. Let's
right.
just move to our first our first piece of evidence. Now, I find this piece of evidence to be pretty damning to the defendant. This is something that is just clear what has happened. As you can see on the left, there is the defendant. He is in face paint and he has what appears to be a small puppet on his left hand. Now, it seems clear to me that when you go onto the defendant's Disney account page, there is a picture. This is the picture that was found as their profile picture. It appears that they were on puppet appreciation forums, and they were speaking to multiple other people with this picture in mind. Defendant, what do you have to say for yourself at this point?
Well, I have to say only that they were less so puppet appreciation forums and more so a collective gathering to uproot the state of Liechtenstein using puppet avatars. And we would comment on each other's avatar and say good things, nice things, positive things.
Listen up here, punk. Listen to me, punk.
Hey, attorney, please keep it civil in my courtroom.
I will try my best, Your Honor. Defendant, the question here is not whether or not you were on the Disney website. That seems almost certainly apparent. What may not seem apparent is whether a parent was with you or not. And that's why I am almost certain that you did do. This piece of evidence is first just to prove the fact that you were in fact on the Disney Channel. The fact that you were not with your parent will become apparent with the second and third images, which I would like to go to now. Please go to the second image. Now you see, as I said, this is the image where it becomes truly clear that you were not with your parents. This is an image, I'm sorry, but the defendant's parents were recently in an accident. They were seared with hot butter and hot oil in this Waffle House that injured dozens and dozens of patrons of this Waffle House. And we have the records from the hospital to show that they were in the hospital while you were on the Disney Channel site. And so let me say to you, defendant, were your parents not severely injured? Were they not outside of the house while you were on this website?
Please phrase it in the affirmative here.
Excuse me. Were your parents home when you were on the site, or were they in the hospital?
My parents were in the hospital because of our uprootal of the Waffle House. Yes, the Waffle House is now our base of operations for the coup to uproot Liechtenstein, and unfortunately, we
just to clarify to the jury, this coup to Liechtenstein, that is all occurring on Disney Channel site forums. All of this speaking is going on the forums that you must be on Disney Channel to do.
Mm-hmm.
Usually I just like Disney Channel to watch the latest hit shows, like Jessie. That's a show on Disney Channel, right? And Big City Greens. That's another one.
I'm sorry. I'm having trouble even looking at you, as I'm sure the jury is as well. This defendant is, as you said, Your Honor, I will keep it civil. Let's just go to the third piece of evidence, so it will finally be clear to everyone here that this monster should be put away. Given a $600 fine, and possibly put away for life. Possibly.
I'm listening.
All right, I'll take that. Now, this is the final piece of evidence. Jury, I am speaking now directly to you. This is a piece of weaponry that can only be procured on the Disney Channel website. This is a weaponry that is sold as merchandising from a recent Disney hit channel show, My Goose is a Murderer. Now, defendant, do you watch the show My Goose is a Murderer? And remember that previously in the trial, we've looked through your watching history.
I'd like to remind you, you are under oath and can be tried for perjury if you do not answer honestly.
I do watch My Goose is a Murderer because it is fun to watch for our puppets from the puppet forums. It's not a violent show. I do not know why this is such a big problem that I went online to look at the show that I enjoy.
Sir, you're not being tried for a violent crime. You're being tried for going on the Disney Channel original site without your parents' permission. Now, the thing here is that this item was mailed to your house exactly 5 business days after you were on the website. And your parents were in the hospital for 7 days. Now, how could you have gotten this piece of material, this merchandise, if you, when it was delivered to you without your parents being home? You had this while your parents were still in the hospital. You must have been on the Disney Channel site. You must have been on the forums. You must have ordered this piece of merchandise without your parents' consent. What could you possibly have to say for yourself?
I had the guardian present with me.
Garfy?
Guardian.
A guardian.
Parent or guardian can be with you when you access the website.
What guardian did you? What guardian did you have?
I have my puppet Bartholomew. He is set to get ownership of me if my parents were to die in accident.
Does the defense have any paperwork to support this claim?
Wait a minute.
Yes, it is. It is in the will and testament of my parents. If they were to die, their property and ownership of any children will go to my puppet.
Hold on. I'm looking through my note. Okay, here's the will. Okay. I mean, this is so farcical. I couldn't possibly imagine that any jury would believe this. But I mean, the parents' will does state that if they were to die, and I'm sorry, I just recently heard from the hospital that the burns were so severe that they're not going to make it.
What?
That the puppet will actually take parental control. However, this doesn't change the fact that it's completely absurd that a puppet could have parental control over a child.
I've heard just about enough. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, it is now time for your vote. There is without doubt the evidence has been presented that this individual, the defendant, was in fact on the Disney Channel website. Now the question that we need from you all is the puppet considered a legal guardian at the time at which the site was accessed? If you think the prosecution has beyond a doubt proven the fact that the puppet did not count because the parents were still alive, just not able to give their consent, then by all means the defendant is guilty. However, if you believe the legitimacy of the puppet's claim to have full guardianship, then by all means the legal proxy is given and thus the site was legally accessed. It is up to you all to determine what you think the vote is. May I remind you this is an American duty as a citizen to give your best and honest answer. Alrighty. It seems things are coming in. Please vote 1 for guilty or 2 for not guilty. And I would like to remind you that this court upholds itself to the highest standards of law allowed. Now, given the severity of the situation, I have decided that if the defendant is proven guilty, I will prosecute to the full extent of the law, which will be $600 fine, a ban from all Waffle Houses, and an immediate termination of their Disney account, as well as their passport revoked from being able to travel to Liechtenstein. That was already the base minimum of the law. Pretty coincidental. But now, let's hear from our lead juror. Lead juror, number 6. Has the jury reached a vote?
Yes, we have reached a vote. We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty on all charges.
Damn it.
And wow, you were considered a free man this day. Make sure that you live your life well, and God willing, I never see you in my courtroom again. Thank
You're
you.
a monster!
Justice has been served. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Wow.
That was
Youngster Jazz was demanding bloodshed the entire time.
Well, yeah, since he's not guilty, we kill Max now, right? That's what we're
yeah,
doing.
that's how our justice system works.
That's how the prosecutor's literally fighting for their life. It's like, if this person's not guilty, I am killed.
One of my favorite quotes was, hold on, let me find it. Your fine is the guillotine.
The the fiscal guillotine I saw. I think erroneous posted that. Well, that brings us to the end of the show. Thank you all for bearing with us.
By so fast.
Difficulties and all.
Amazing.
Yeah.
We appreciate everyone being here.
Are we playing the end music?
I think we'll go out.
We have one more?
Hold on. We're just
I
going.
think we'll call it there. But
Welcome to the finale. I did a weird thing this week.
Ooh, okay, I can't wait to see it.
Weird
thing.
finale. Wow, look at us.
Thank you. Oh, very weird.
Oh,
thank you all.
Oh no!
Make sure that we
Macaroni
say-
and Brie told us to wait.
Wait,
Wait.
oh
Wait
no!
for what?
I guess we're doing the solo now.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
okay.
All right, I guess we're doing a hoedown, everybody.
All right, we have one for each.
Dan, can you throw us on the hoedown?
All right.
Hold on, macaroni
We
and
did
brie.
not practice.
We
Uh,
did practice.
We did not
All right,
practice.
we know they're all
Oh,
coming.
no.
Here we go.
We
Let's
didn't
get a word, and let's start it off.
Yeah, macaroni and brie. What are we gonna sing about this time?
Of course.
Man.
But thank you all while we're setting this up. Thank you all so much for I mean, obviously the subs go a long way. Welcome to everyone who's new and joined the community and who got a sub. Maybe he's been hanging out for a while. Obviously, thank you so much for all the bits. It all is going to go back into essentially making the stream a little bit better so we can reduce the number of technical difficulties we have.
For sure. And thanks to newcomers, Ice and Lindsay and 128. We appreciate you guys showing up and sticking around.
Thank you so much,
everyone, for being here and supporting us and having a good
And also, I mean, if you like what you see, we're really at a point now where we're just trying to get as many people to come join the party as possible. So next week, maybe bring a friend. I mean, I think it would go a really long way. We'd love to make this party even more bigger and better. So thank you so much.
They want it on 2 lips. 2 lips.
2 lips, as in 2 separate words.
Yes. All right, take us away, Steve.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I like flowers, I like to garden. It's really great, but it gets hard, and I don't lie, neither do my hips, because on my face I've got 2 lips.
Hey, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I know a secret, so I will tell you this. I know the perfect way to have a kiss.
Oh.
It's really easy if your lips are pink, so just to close your eyes and don't really think.
I have got a secret on how to blow. All you have to do is be in the know. Put your lips together and give it a quick puff, and that's how you'll be super duper buff.
Oh, da 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 da. I call my bed a nice soft lump. Why don't you give me a kiss? My lips are very plump. Hey there, you fine young miss. Why don't you hold my hand and give me a kiss?
Hey. My favorite Blink-182 song is Fat Lip. It's really cool. I think it's a cool drip. I listen to that song all of the time, and they just made a sequel. Wow, I'm excited as a mime.
Excited as a mime.
And by that it means I will be silent and listen to the song respectfully.
Yeah, of all the things to be excited as, a mime is like, okay.
No, mimes get pretty excited.
Mimes get hype.
Mime hype.
Mime hype. Thank you all for being here. We're gonna go raid a lovely streamer. Who are we gonna raid?
Who are we gonna raid? Ghostbusters.
We're not sure who they are, but we do know they're lovely.
Yes, they are. We're gonna go raid Dandy Does It.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
been a while since we've gone in and chilled with
yeah.
Dandy. We love Dandy Does It. They are a phenomenal streamer who's working on a project called the Clone Project, where every version of them is a different clone. And if you liked voting on how good we are, you could go vote on how good they are, and they're good. So there you go. Yeah, so go ahead and spam those brickos for all the people that were gifted subs. Our bricko is our little fleeming boy, and we like to go him whenever we raid. So get your brickos ready, and we're gonna go say hi to Dandy. Thank you all for being here. Steve, how do we end every single stream every single time?
We, I mean, it's obvious, but
Of course,
we
it's
always end every stream by trying to make ourselves as small in frame as we can without actually disappearing.
Of course.
All right.
Okay, bye, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for being here.
Goodbye.
Hi, Dandy.
Bye.
Oh, goodbye. Oh, lordy. We outie, scouty.
That was a good one.